This video is about Jesus' mother, Mary's, assumption, body and soul, into heaven. Christians believe that Mary was assumed into heaven at the end of her earthly life. In other words, she left no corpse behind. I take exception to the word assumed. The word connotes something that was done to her, as opposed to the possibility that she could do it on her own. There's just something very special about Mary. She has been my spiritual mother for as long as I can remember. This medal has been hanging around my neck for at least 50 years. It has its origin in the 1830 apparition at Rue des Bas in Paris, France. Over 1 billion have been sold. Mary speaks 4 times in the Bible. She speaks at the Annunciation when Angel Gabriel tells her she has been chosen by God to be Jesus' mother, when mildly scolding Jesus after losing him in the temple for 3 days, when visiting her relative Elizabeth, the mother of John the Baptist, and at the wedding feast at CANA. Yet, with all this flimsy coverage, National Geographic calls her the most powerful woman in the world. According to National Geographic, she has appeared in the material world 2,000 times since 40 AD. Can you imagine being dead for 2,000 years, yet still very much a part of the material world? Her role at the wedding feast at Cana is telling. Here she tells Jesus the host is running short on wine. She ignores Jesus' banal, not my problem response and tells the servants to do as he says. The party benefits from an additional 150 gallons of fine wine. Did it actually happen? Who knows? The story is reported in John's Gospel. John, however, wrote with much symbolism and fluff. The point is, Mary knows. She knows. She knows what Jesus is capable of. How does she know? She knows because the apple never falls far from the tree. She was his teacher. She brought out his supernatural nature. So then, why did she need Jesus in order to assume body and soul into heaven? She didn't. She didn't need Jesus' assistance. Body and soul rising into the heavenly realm is the natural way the human body is designed to gracefully exit the planet. It has happened thousands of times in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. These 2 men died without leaving a corpse behind. One in September 1998, the other circa 30 AD. As noted, thousands more like them have risen body and soul. Buddhists call it rainbow body. Rainbow body is not for everyone. It requires a life which is dedicated to achieving spiritual perfection in order for it to happen. And here's the thing about it. Why in the world would anyone preach and build doctrine that says Mary required supernatural help to accomplish something that is natural? It is because of the church's obstinate rejection of the rainbow body phenomenon, leading to a mistaken view of reality and resurrection. The error spills over into Mary's life and diminishes it by glossing over her great contribution to Jesus' ministry, as evidenced at Cana. It is said there's a great woman behind every great man. Those words apply here. Mary passed the baton to Jesus at Cana. As death neared, he passed it back, saying, "Woman, behold your son," meaning the disciple standing next to her. He knew who the power broker was in his life. To that disciple, he said, "Behold your mother." Forgive us, Mary, for diminishing who you really are. Let's give credit where credit is due. Join with me and let's make it right. Challenge your priest, minister, bishop to give Mary the credit owed to her. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for listening.